I left home when I was 16. At 18 years old, I got sent to a detention centre. And I was doing weights in there, and I quickly recognised, and so did the prison officers, and so did the other inmates, that I was stronger than everybody else and had a better physique.
When I used to read the magazines, you know, as a kid, I mean, my father died at 13, so I didn't really have any close role model. So these guys in the magazines almost became my surrogate fathers or role models.
I didn't have at that point think, well, I'll be Mr. Olympia or anything like that. I just thought this is something positive and I want to do this. And I started training. I just got to work and get money and go to the gym and get my food. Even when I started bodybuilding, financially I had nothing. Even when I was British champion, I was still catching a bus to the gym and back to work. I didn't have a car until I was 26 years old. I was just catching the bus. Every penny I had was going towards this, and I'd sit on the bus and read the magazines and just constantly dreaming. Looking back, I'm thinking, I didn't have anything, but it didn't bother me at all. I was just happy that I was just immersed in this goal. Bodybuilding was so individual for me. I had to study the nutrition. I had to do the training. I had to find out how it worked with my body. There were no teammates. There were no family. There was nobody to let me down. It was just all down to me, win or lose. That's the thing with bodybuilding. It's not just the training when you go to the gym and then you can like, oh, let's forget about that when you go home. No, it's with you all the time, because you've got to, you've got to eat the right things at the right time, and you've got to eat very frequently, every 2.5 to 3 hours.
The reigning Mr. Olympia, Dorian Yates.
Dominate the machine! Right into it! Good, come on! Yeah! I won that! Let's get nasty! Yes! Again! Again! Yeah. Let's go! Come on, let's go to war! Up to the side! That's good! Shining! Yes, better! Yes, sir! You want more? Yes! Oh, that's the way! Right up! Andrea Torcia!
I'm probably doing a total of maybe 3.5 hours a week in the gym of actual weight training, and some of my competitors are doing probably that much every day. You know, not only have I got the genetics for the sport, I'm also training efficiently, so I'm able to progress all the time. I really see bodybuilding from a different point of view from some of the other people that are involved in it. I believe, you know, it's 100% a sport, and that's the way I look at it, and I'm an athlete, and I'm trying to achieve the best as I can as an athlete, and I'm not really interested in the glamour and the glitz and everything. You know, I don't believe that I'm a superstar and I'm going to Hollywood and any of that kind of stuff. You know, I just see myself as a regular guy, a bodybuilder like anybody else. You know, I just happen to be a little bit better.
Dorian Yates was a bodybuilder that just trained, ate and slept as a bodybuilder. He didn't care about chasing dollars and all these other things. He stayed home, he collected that Mr. Olympia check every year and went back to England. He never heard from him again. That was, so to me, that's a dominant, like that's a hardcore Mr. Olympia, and I think anyone out there that reads or knew about Dorian Yates would agree with that.
Dorian Yates raised the bar. So we had to raise the bar. You know, it was nothing fun. There was nothing fancy about trying to take this guy out. This guy was over there in the coldest place ever in England, training down in the basement, going hardcore, and you just saw those sick black and white photos, and continuously he just got bigger and bigger and bigger. He didn't communicate, and that's how he got the name The Shadow. And I 6 years doing battle with this guy, you know, and he wasn't 5'8", you know, he wasn't 230, you know, 245. Dorian Yates was a man's man.
Dorian is able to produce so much intensity in one set that he's able to build muscle. 99.9% of the human beings on this planet can't come anywhere close to what Dorian puts into a set, no matter how long you've been training, how hard you've been training, or how much you think you're mesomorphic. So Dorian had one goal, one purpose, and was all about everything about getting the most out of those workouts. Most people in today's society aren't able to do that, aren't committed to doing that. Even though you may think you are, your perception of hard work is nowhere near what Dorian actually put into his workouts.
So the key to bodybuilding is not a lot of time in the gym. You know, people are always surprised, oh, you're the best in the world, you must have been in the gym 3, 4, 5 hours a day or something. It doesn't work like that. You come into the gym and you train very hard, very intensely, probably can't do that for anything more than 1 hour.
Right.
And then the rest of your job is really recovering from that stress.
Yeah.
I often say bodybuilding is not, you know, it's not that hour in the gym, it's the other 23 hours outside the gym.
Well, there's a spiritual aspect to training and to sport. As an athlete, you almost go to some places or zones or something, almost you shift a little bit under extreme stress and pain. Sometimes it just kind of melts away and you go to a different place. So I wouldn't go out, I wouldn't go to a movie if it meant I was going to get home after 11:30. I've got every workout written down. I've got every exercise, every rep, every weight, everything. They say don't put all your eggs in one basket, but I only had one egg, one basket. So, you know, I did put everything into it. There was no internet to see me or to talk to me or have access or anything like that. So he comes out of his gym in Birmingham, goes to a contest, devastates everybody. Is like the opposite, the anti-bodybuilder. He just goes to the contest, win it, and disappear. When I was going to the gym, I was almost like in a trance. Like nobody could ever talk to me because I was not there. I got there and we're in the zone, do the job. I know the function of the muscle. I can visualize the fibers. I'm almost within the muscle.
It takes time to achieve anything. It takes time to build a physique. It takes time and effort on a daily basis. I see a lot of people come and, I'm going to go crazy and train and get all enthusiastic for a couple of months and then they get burnt out. If you want to make changes to your body, there's no fucking way around it. It's about hard work, yeah? Working hard and working correctly. I came with my unique training system, high intensity training or blood and guts. It's got many names.
Real, genuine, fly on the wall, hardcore, no shit training.
Not everybody can come and train with Dorian.
You can't train like with super intensity and focus for very long.
To be honest, going for my 6th title, it was starting to feel like a job, whereas before it was a passion. I believe I got out, you know, when I needed to get out.
That the whole crowd just started chanting, Dorian, Dorian, Dorian.
Who am I now? I'm not Mr. Olympia. who am I? What do I want to do? What am I going to do now? You know, it was really a tough time, and I got depressed, and you know, it seemed like my whole life was falling apart. If you do something, a profession or a sport or whatever, that doesn't define you. That's not the whole of you.
Where is all that mess nowadays? Where is it? It's gone. So what is left? Ideas, awareness that you developed in that practice. Actually, nowadays, Dorian is doing yoga and climbing up those mountains and hiking. He's doing movement these days. He's doing movement practice. He's living in a smaller body because it's more economic and sustainable. So I love his example and his fire, and what he did in bodybuilding is amazing. And I appreciate him coming on and talking about other things. Maybe people don't want to hear it. Maybe people just want to hear about the gold old days, you know, and babbling on about that and the stories, you know, the Arnold stories and, you know, all this, you know, pumping iron for the millionth times. And you know what? Doesn't do it for me anymore. I love Dorian because of his mindset. It can be something completely opposite to what you're doing, but his approach, the way of doing things that I appreciate.
That's what we're trying to do, like some kind of domino effect, you know? Maybe I just tipped you and then you tipped somebody else and so on, like the whole domino thing, that we can somehow make the world a bit better, you know?